It's a double gold for Team USA in New Zealand. The top 4 teams in women's college water polo meeting in Los Angeles, plus ODP fun from this past weekend, all coming up on a brand new counterattack. Hi everyone, Greg Mescall here. Thanks for joining us on the counterattack. We start first in Auckland, New Zealand, where the USA men and women were competing at the FINA Intercontinental Tournament and going for a double gold. For the USA men, they were undefeated coming into the final game against Australia. The USA women also would play Australia for gold. They were looking to avenge a 1-goal loss to the Aussies from earlier in the tournament. Here are highlights via the FINA Auckland web stream.
Smith takes it down. Goes to Bowen. Bowen with strength. Oh, that's a great goal.
Power move there. Big pass from Jesse Smith and a powerful goal there from Alex Bowen inside.
Well, Kays is fired up and drills it. Oh, the big man's getting going. Drawing the guys back and clutch shot.
Yep, big one from Max Irvin for the hat trick now. Third goal of the game for Maxwell Irving.
Well, again, maybe another one of those turning moments in the game.
Bobic underwater.
Oh. Wow. Well, there you go.
Wow. The clever Bobic.
I was watching down here and I didn't actually see what happened. So 5 now on the exclusion. They go to the post and Sideman. Well, they played it first up. The referee made them come back and Sideman opens the scoring. The 6-on-4. And converted there by the number 7, Harold Labides. Knox winding up. Patiently building. Oh, Ronnie Knox over the goalkeeper's head.
Wow.
But Gilchrist is going to go inside with Williams on a back. Gilchrist working hard. Oh, it gets it in.
Big result for Team USA. The men take it 9-6. The women win it 10-7. Double gold in New Zealand. Congrats to Team USA. Afterwards, reaction from the winners.
Just coming back from the trip in New Zealand, we won the tournament. It was a great result for all of us. I think we did a great job in learning how to be a better team, and that's going to set the way for how we're going to do it this summer. I think a lot of guys had a lot of learning experiences, and I think we built a lot of our culture. That's going to be very important.
Even for the older ones, a lot of learning about, how much we need to improve moving forward as we head into our first training camp in the middle of May, and obviously a great learning opportunity for a lot of young ones that got some invaluable experience, whether it was in the training, in the games, or even just getting a sense of what preparation is like and traveling with the group.
For us to, lose to Australia in the first game and then work our way up and look at video and figure out our mistakes and try to get better each game and then eventually come to our last game against Australia again and win was very positive.
Congrats again to Team USA. Both now look forward to the FINA World League Super Final. The USA men will have the National League Finals coming up first in Berkeley in a couple of weeks. Now we turn to our Diversity in Water Polo series. It debuted last week with the story of the Agora Stingrays. This week we tell you all about the Commerce Water Polo Club of Commerce, California.
My name is Mia Solorzano and I play for Commerce Water Polo. It's great that we're able to add diversity to the game of water polo because there is not a lot of diversity in the sport, and it makes us feel really powerful that we're one of the only all Hispanic teams, and I'm glad that we're able to contribute to the diversity of it.
My goal is to give these kids every opportunity I received, and since I've been here a long time, give the same opportunity to every kid that has come through this program, including the Brenda Villas, and I want to make sure these kids get the same thing Brenda did, and if I possibly can, I want to give them more.
So we go out there and play water polo because we know it's not a sport about what color or who you are. It's a sport about how good you are, what you put into it.
Great stuff on Commerce. You can watch the full story, available now at youtube.com/USAWP and also on our Facebook page. Brand new story in our Diversity in Water Polo series coming next week. Let's look now at college water polo. A big weekend in the women's game as number 1 Stanford took on number 4 UCLA. Number 2 USC played host to number 3 Cal. Water Polo Nation was there. Here are the highlights.
UCLA Bruins host the #1 Stanford Cardinal. Let's get right to it. 6:36 left in the first. Stanford comes out swinging. Madison Berggren looks inside to Cat Class. Class slams this one down for the score, and the Cardinal takes the early lead. 49 seconds left to go in the first. The Cardinal is moving quickly on the counterattack. Madison Berggren goes head-to-head with the keeper. She scores, and Stanford has the 5-1 advantage. 3:05 left in the second. Lexi Leibowitz connects with Simmons for the 1-2 punch on the power play. That brings UCLA within 3. 4:24 left in the third. Lexi Leibowitz finds teammate Alexis Angerman. She shoots from inside and scores. UCLA is down by 1. Madison Berggren passes down to Jordan Rainey. Rainey throws this one down to give Stanford the 8-5 lead. And that would be it. Stanford takes this one with a final score of 8-5. The Golden Bears and the #3 USC Trojans. Let's get right to it. 5:47 left in the first. This is Emma Wright. She launches one from downtown to go post in for the score. Cal takes the early lead. 4:44 left in the half. Maud Megans looks inside to Haley McKelvey. McKelvey tips it in for the score, and USC takes the 3-2 lead. 6:46 left in the third. Maud Megans fires an absolute fastball with this shot. She scores, and USC takes the 3-goal lead. 3:10 to go in the fourth. Maud Megans shows a bit of finesse with this lob shot score. USC takes the 5-goal lead. And that would do it. The Trojans take this one 11-6.
And we have to show you this highlight. Back east, Princeton versus Michigan at Harvard. Sudden victory overtime. The Tigers go to Chelsea Johnson. She fakes the backhand, goes the other way, and delivers the game winner. A thrilling finish for the Tigers. They pick up the win, snapping Michigan's 20-game win streak. Now we check in on our Cap 7 college scoreboard. Big West action. UC Davis, 1 goal better than UC Irvine, 9-8. To the MAC, Virginia Military Institute edging Iona 13-12 in overtime. Indiana, a goal better than Harvard, 7-6. And another close one, Azusa Pacific defeating Santa Clara 5-4. The USA Water Polo National Collegiate Rankings, powered by the Freeman rating system. These are unchanged from a week ago. The same top 10. Stanford in at 1, SC Cal, UCLA, Hawaii, on it goes. Rounding things out, UC Irvine and UC Davis. A big weekend of water polo on TV. It starts Friday night at Stanford. USC comes calling, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Pacific, live on the Pac-12 network. Then Sunday, rise and shine early on the West Coast. 10:30 a.m. Eastern, 7:30 a.m. Pacific. Harvard taking on Princeton, live on ESPNU. And then that afternoon, Arizona State at Stanford, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. Set your DVRs, watch these games, support water polo on TV. A big weekend on the way. And now we close things out as we do every week with our social media send-off, the best of water polo on the internet. Use the hashtag counterattack. Stay involved by tagging us at USAWP. We start first with a very cool article from The Athletic via best-selling author Jeff Pearlman about his daughter Casey, who did not like sports of any kind. She's fallen in love with water polo. We recommend you check this story out ASAP. From there, Ashley Johnson profiled in the Olympic Channel's feature about game breakers. She has done a lot in the sport, an Olympic gold medal, a degree from Princeton, inspiring a brand new generation. Check it out. From there, we go to the ODP NTSC this past weekend. That's all via the USA Water Polo ODP Twitter account. Here's the youth training group, then the cadet training group, and the development training group. Those teams announced this week at usawaterpolo.org. Congratulations to all the selections. After double gold in New Zealand, Jessie Smith celebrating with this tweet. Loves to see both the squads in the same place, on top of the podium together. Likewise for Kaylee Gilchrist, back on Team USA, sharing her thoughts on Instagram. While the USA men were in New Zealand, got to meet USA Embassy officials. Always a great part of the adventure, traveling, seeing new places, meeting those that support Team USA abroad. And last but certainly not least, team building activities like you've never seen them before. UC Davis singing Sweet Caroline with head coach Dan Layson providing the music.
Sweet Caroline, ba ba ba, good times never seem so good, so good, so good, so good. I'm inclined, ba ba ba.
So there you have it, the best of social media on the internet, including the multi-talented Dan Layson. Watch the entire video there of their acoustic performance on the UC Davis men's water polo Twitter account. That'll do it for this week's show. Thanks so much for joining us. Don't forget, when you're on the counterattack, look weak side.